This video will explain how to get your controller to run your project and operate autonomously. We'll keep using the same project file we worked on before, and navigate to the Network tab. At the top, we see the controller we added to the project in our first video. Below this, it will show any Pharos products discovered on the network, showing serial number and IP address. The steps shown in the previous video, changing the controller's IP address and updating the firmware, can also be done with the project open. If no controller has been discovered, but both your controller and computer are turned on and connected to the same network, it's likely your computer's network was not ready when you started Designer. Simply close Designer and restart it. Regardless if there are physical controllers connected, we select the controller in our programming, and go to the Interfaces tab. Here we configure how each input should function in this project. For example, to set up a UDP bus, at any port, we tell the serial port to listen to DMX-in. Let's change port 3 and 4 to be analog inputs, sensing a voltage between 0 and 4.9 volt DC. If you are using a TPC with EXT, this is where you configure that a EXT is present, and configure the EXT ports, as we will show later in this video. Under the Protocols tab, you can define a separate network address and adjust the protocol specifics. This is for if the controller will be communicating eDMX to devices that must live on a separate subnet range than the controller's main IP address. When using our 19" controllers, here are the IP address settings for the data network port. Note that these properties and protocol settings are linked to, and stored in, the project file, and will only be transferred to the controller upon upload. We will now associate the project we have been working on with the physical controller. First, check to ensure both your project controller and the discovered hardware match in capacity, and adjust if required. Select the project controller, and choose the serial number of the physical controller. You will see the two controller rows merge. Your project is now associated with a physical controller. As you can see, the issue icon has disappeared too. We are ready to upload our project. After uploading, you can see the project or file name in the controller. By uploading a Designer project to a controller, all your programming and interface settings are also uploaded, creating a link between Designer and the controller. This allows you to control your fixtures directly from Designer. In example, to highlight a fixture from the layout, and check if the correct physical fixture lights up, to confirm it has been patched correctly. Or highlight a fixture in Patch, for convenient checking of fixture addressing. Discover and address RDM fixtures via the controller's DMX RDM port, or via ArtNet. As I don't have any RDM fixtures connected, nothing shows up at this moment. In the Scenes and Timeline mode, as well in Simulation tab, the Output Live button becomes available. Once enabled, the output that is previewed at that moment, is outputted live from the controller. This can be very useful during programming. Please do note this is a commissioning tool only, and should not be used for real show output. The Project tab holds general project information, like project name, and author. This is also where you define your project's time zone, so that you can use accurate real-time or astronomical triggers. After uploading a project to the controller, use the Configure menu to set the controller's time. If you start a new Designer project with hardware already connected and ready, you can select Customize a project. This will walk you through the basics of setting up your controller. Fill in the general details, and click Next. In Network Setup, add the controller to the project, and click Finish. Further project customization is possible, but not necessary for basic project setups. If I now go to the Network tab, I see that the controller is already associated. As this example is a TPC with EXT, I select this box, and can set the interface options for the EXT here. After upload, I can now use Highlight and Output Live during my programming. See the next video on how to verify everything is up and running correctly.